Bitcoin and Cardano falling. And in this intro, there's really not much more to say. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe and like on the way in as we do this thing, tracking a dip. It's not the first time over the last almost 4 years on this YouTube channel. This isn't the first time. This is nothing. And the Band-Aid has been ripped off. And if you're in the chat right now, hit the like button on the way in. I appreciate you cruising through. I'm going to break down the Bitcoin charts, Cardano charts. I mean, there's a couple different ways you can look at it, right? Is this the catalyst? Is this what broke 30,000? This news coming out. New Jersey Attorney General prepares cease and desist order against multi-billion-dollar Bitcoin financial services platform. Is this the news? And an even better question, I should say, does it matter? Does it matter? We get new FUD every single day, it seems. And this is the one thing that I maintain, and that is Bitcoin is in a constant bull market. Few understand this, and I tweeted this the other day. Listen, I'm not here to throw hopium. I'm not here to, encourage everybody just to 100% of the time always be bullish, because especially on the short term, the midterm, this is Bitcoin. This is on the monthly chart. There's a lot of red candles, and there's going to be a lot more red candles in the years to come. It's very, very true. But my long-term general sentiment is just bullish. Bitcoin is in a constant uptrend, and that's just the way it's been. And, we lived in a downtrend, especially on this YouTube channel, this entire downtrend, 2017, end of 2017 to 2018. And I'm telling you, and I get a lot of comments lately that everybody's kind of really looking to identify bear market, bull market. So I get comments that are telling me I'm irresponsible because I don't sit here and just announce that the bear market has begun, and somehow that's my responsibility. I got a comment earlier that I'm causing a lot of people to lose money because I have a bullish tone. I have a bullish sentiment in crypto. And, I didn't find success in life until I learned to think long term. And when I say in life, what I mean is business and investing, those things. When you think long term, it changes the game entirely, because when you're zoomed in on the charts, and we're going to talk about the daily chart, the 6-hour chart, what's going on right now. The last couple of months have been down. When you zoom in on that and you're only focused on that, and you want these quick gains and you want to get out of this mess quickly, it's going to be a roller coaster, and it's going to be very emotional on the way down, right? And then finally we'll get a bounce, and then that emotion will turn into euphoria. You're going to feel all good. And the reason why I know that is because I used to be that way. I really did. And I'm telling you, the key to success in crypto is to think long. And I just wanted to underline this video with that, because it's extremely important to remember these things. Now, in regards to the Band-Aid, it has been ripped off. This is a monthly chart. We're talking about 4 months now of downtrend. We've been suffering through it, right? Crypto Twitter, we're either going down or we're trading sideways. Everybody in crypto Twitter, it seems, in a very bad mood. And here we are. The monthly cooled down like crazy, coming out of overbought on the monthly, stock RSI entering oversold. And here's the deal, everybody. And this is why I have a bullish tone. This is why I'm just chilling right now, 12:01 a.m. as we dip, is because this is where, and I mentioned this in a video I was on the BitBoy Around the Blockchain show earlier, and I said this, not only did I say the Band-Aid is being ripped off, but I said the door is opening. The door of opportunity is opening. And I say this from experience. When there's fear in the market, when we're approaching oversold in the market, when it looks like it's never going to bounce, when it looks like it's just going to keep going on forever, when it looks like Bitcoin has failed forever, this is where the opportunity begins. And opportunity pretty much always is uncomfortable. It just is. And so we have a monthly chart that's just it's on the downtrend, right? Look at Bitcoin in the bottom of the bear market. And you all remember that bear market. It doesn't even feel like that long ago we finally kind of exited. But look at Bitcoin on the monthly RSI, the slower moving momentum oscillator. Look how close Bitcoin already is to that area, right? And maybe we can bounce around a little bit for a couple months and we're coming down to that area finally. Maybe it never happens. Maybe Bitcoin just bounces here. And that's why I want to pivot to the weekly and talk about this. So it's an important week from a technical analysis perspective, at least for me, because I've been tracking this very closely. And that is the bull market high of 2017 to the bear market low. And we have this Fibonacci retracement. I talk about it all the time. It's just a very important foundational guide for me in terms of market cycles and really the general trajectory of Bitcoin. So what I'm watching here is, we had Bitcoin break the bull market doors, break the 1618 line, and revisit the 1618 line most recently. Now, this has happened. It happened. We broke below the 1618 line. I was so keen to see if Bitcoin will bounce off of that 1618 line to get continuation because we had a very similar move in the 2017 bull market. Bitcoin bouncing off this 1618 line area of that Fibonacci retracement back then, and then continuing into the bull market. Now, the importance lies within this week. There is 5 days, 20 hours left in this week. Right now, we're below the 1618 line. That 1618 line, I should say, around $30,400 or $30,500. And I really am curious to see how this week closes. Again, not trying to throw hopium, but as of right now, even if we dip even further, even if in the next couple of days, Bitcoin dips to a $24,000, $25,000 target out of the descending triangle, there is a chance Bitcoin bounces like crazy up to the 1618 and we close a weekly above the 1618. So in general, I'm trying to set up a potential bullish bottom looking chart for Bitcoin, not to give you hopium, but just for us to have something to watch out for. Now, on the flip side, if Bitcoin just, again, we're looking at this target to the downside. If it just trickles down to the target and then we're trading sideways and everybody's going to be saying we're going lower than, we've been talking about this on the charts recently. It's the bear market low now to this bull market high. And we have this green Fibonacci here. So let's chart the 618 or just draw a line there at least, 26,900 to the 786. Check this out, $16,500. What's so interesting about that, and that's just this ridiculous area. If Bitcoin falls within it and we're hitting those areas, first off, accumulators are accumulating. The whales are accumulating right now. They've been accumulating. Retail is accumulating in a fashion that did not happen going into the last bear market. It's an entirely different ball game right now. It will blow my mind if Bitcoin makes it down here and actually just does nothing. If we're not getting a just awesome bounce out of that vicinity. But what's very interesting is how this Fibonacci, which again, just to remind you, is the bear market low to this bull market high. This retracement area, check out this 786 line. This is the 786 line of the bull market doors. So just an incredibly ridiculous area of heavy accumulation. I can't imagine Bitcoin gets there. The 20,000s have been realistic, even on the short term. We know the target is there. We can be keen to watch and prepare for that scenario. And you always want to prepare for every scenario, right? We always talk about that. I'm not here to tell you what's going to happen next, everybody. I'm really not. That's not why I started this channel. I started this channel because I very much enjoy watching the charts. I very much enjoy watching the potential breakout targets, the momentum of Bitcoin, when is the best time to buy the dips. And on the charts, if we're looking at the weekly, the daily, the monthly, it's getting there. Look at the stock RSI on the monthly. 119 days now oversold on the stock RSI, the quicker moving momentum oscillator. Bitcoin on the weekly, just at this 40 level, just approaching bear market bottom levels on the RSI. I get the fear that's out there, but start thinking, if you're, and this isn't financial advice, but if you're truly just thinking about accumulating Bitcoin, accumulating crypto, I don't know a better time. I really don't. I had so many people, and maybe you did too, texting me back here, overbought like crazy. Finally, people texting me about Bitcoin, texting me at like $50,000, $60,000 Bitcoin about different altcoins. What should I do? Should I buy now? Is now the time? And if and I wish they would have texted me earlier. I wish they would have responded to all my posts over the years earlier, because now these are the environments. And that's not financial advice, but it's just a reminder. And I think many of you, maybe even in this live stream, have learned this. The fear, the oversold environments, it's where it's at. It's really where the money is made, especially if you're long on Bitcoin, if you're long on crypto. Now's the time to figure out how you want to accumulate more. But that's completely up to you. We got the target to the downside. We know it's there, 25,000. We're at 29,000 right now. One thing I want to note from a technical, like purely technical analysis perspective, is we have this descending triangle right here. Now, we had the throwback. We had that happen, the break out of the upper trend line back into the triangle. Be very careful and aware of a pullback, right? And right now, Bitcoin is hardly overextended from this lower trend line. I mean, it's like 3 to 4% to the downside right now. A throwback or a pullback into this triangle, very much possible. Maybe we come down. Maybe we're coming down to 28,000, 27,000. We get pulled back into the apex. Be very aware of that. We know the receding volume happens 78% of the time. It gets very low. We've talked about that. Breakouts can be upwards 53% of the time, but 58% of the time we see pullback rates. And this is based off Bulkowski, off of 1,300 trades. And we've used these patterns and this data over the years very successfully. So let's monitor. It would not surprise me at all if at the very least Bitcoin is cruising up back into the apex, and then we watch for more resistance, and then we might get the breakdown. So we have to have some patience too in these markets. So that's Bitcoin. That's what I'm tracking. I really think we need to remain patient. If you're out there and you're feeling okay, somebody just said, I do not feel anything. It's an amazing feeling. Michael Popa. So hit the like button, everybody. I appreciate your support as you come in here. It really does help the algorithms. It really does help the channel as we do this live stream. It's in the middle of the night, everybody. It's 12 a.m. I'm doing a live stream for you. So smash the like button. It means a lot to me. So that's Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. And what's crazy is we keep falling. I'll still be bullish on Bitcoin. I'll still get comments that I'm somehow losing people money just because I'm just a dude out here sharing my opinion. But remember, the fear in the market has to take place. We have to allow those things to take place, and we're in it now. What you do with that is up to you. This isn't a financial advice channel. I'm just out here tracking the journey, my crypto journey along with you. These are just my thoughts. I want to just go over here. Cardano, check it out. Cardano, let me refresh the coin market cap. It was at $1.19 right there. I was like, did we just get a bounce? $1.06. $1.06, $34 billion market cap. And here is the Cardano weekly chart. So again, I continue to maintain my bullishness with Cardano. I'm here long term. I'm building. I know a lot of you are building, staking, earning rewards on Cardano. And I get comments sometimes, Dan's only bullish on Cardano because he has his stake pools. He just wants people to hold their Cardano. Everybody, that is not me. That is not me at all. I want everybody to do what they're comfortable doing. And I know there's a lot of people buying Cardano for the long term. Of course, if you're buying and holding comfortably, if you're not spending more than you could afford to lose, I would love for you to stake with one of my stake pools. But it's just the general essence and flow of the Cardano chart that I'm just really excited about, because there's a story, right? There's a technological story being told here. I don't need to repeat myself. I talk about it all the time. We know what's being put together with Cardano. We know smart contracts are coming very, very soon, the completion of the Goguen era. And the one thing that we have talked about is this leading into the smart contracts, right? So September area, that 63-day window leading into it. And check this out. We're kind of cruising down right now. So, and this is one thing I wanted to see how it plays out, because we know going into the Mary hard fork, we just saw an uptick for Cardano. 63 days, we got this breakout away from the 20-week moving average. That's this green line here. And just leading into the hard fork, boom, up to March 1st, just gains, right? Shelly hard fork, similar fashion, leaving the 20-week moving average and just seeing gains. Now, unfortunately, there's divergence here. I would have absolutely loved if Cardano in the last couple of weeks, as we've talked about this and set this chart up, if we got this pull away from the 20-week moving average to the upside, and we're actually getting a breakdown. And it is what it is, right? We adapt to the charts. History is not going to repeat itself exact every single time. And we have to be prepared for these downside scenarios. We've talked about that 50 cent, 70 cent range for a long time. And we're in a realistic environment where Cardano, if markets are going to continue to the downside, if there's going to be ridiculous fear in the markets, we're in an environment where it could happen, but we're not there yet, right? So, and just to paint you a picture, after Shelly hard fork, when Cardano dipped, I think around 50% here or so, you can just see Cardano trickled under the 20-week moving average. And right now we're under that 20-week moving average. We got to see how this week closes. The weekly open was around $1.19 or something. We're not that far away from that. So let's see how it closes. Maybe we're closing below $1. We're going to track it. It's what I'm here for every day. But let's look at the daily though. And actually, before we do that, I want to note something on the weekly. If we look at the weekly chart, look at this. Crazy low volume. Yes. Weekly stock RSI oversold like crazy and cooling down like crazy, similar to Bitcoin. And in a very similar range on the RSI as Cardano was when it was consolidating back here in September before before the entry into the bull market for Bitcoin. So a lot of similarities in that regard, saying to us, Cardano is absolutely not overbought anymore, and that's a very good thing. Remember, we were just at $2.50. So here we are on the daily chart. So on the daily chart, this is it, right? This dollar area, you see this green line, the 200 moving average has broken. We wanted to see a bounce, a higher low bounce at that area. Didn't happen. $1 is just below us. Are we going to test it tonight? Like, am I going to go to bed tonight and we're waking up below $1 tomorrow at 93 cents? I don't know, everybody. I really don't. But what I can tell you is if we go to the 6 hour, we have this just terrible descending triangle that we've been talking about over months now, basically. It feels like months. I mean, it's been 2 months, but we've really been talking about it probably for around a month. And we're about to hit that lower trend line area. And that lower trend line area is $1. Now, Bitcoin is, interestingly enough, broken its own little descending triangle to the downside. Cardano, not yet, right? So $1 for Cardano is kind of that lower trend line area we should keep an eye on. 50 cent range targets for Cardano. Are you ready for that? We've talked about it time and time again, especially in context to all these lower high resistances. And look at all of them. They all failed. On the way down. We just keep waiting for that confirmation, a bullish reversal confirmation every time. And it's just like, we never got the break to the upside. This lower high Fibonacci never even got tested. This lower high Fibonacci never even got tested. It's been downward momentum, just like nonstop. So within all of that context of downside, we knew that Cardano could test the dollar range, and we have this breakout target to the downside. Notice 0.1 back here around $1, just below $1, and I'm sorry, 0.1 up here, the all-time high at 250, and then the dollar range 0.2. Remember this story that we're tracking for Cardano, the consolidation between those two areas. Cardano's still within that $1 range area, so it's going to be really interesting to see. And this goes back further than just May, right? This goes back, this dollar range, ever since we broke it back in February. It's just such an interesting area of support. And if we break that support, and that's why I put in the title, Cardano, discounted Cardano incoming, because it's 100% in play. And I know there's a lot of people that will be accumulating a lot of Cardano if it approaches those levels. So that's what I'm watching on Cardano. I don't know, everybody. We're just here. I'm just here living through the dip with you. And I don't know. So here we go. Brandon, ask him, guys, what would make him say we are in a bear market? And I would love to ask you a question back, which is, and I think I can, no, I don't have the comments open. Why does there need to be a title on bull market and bear market? I really want to know why it's so important to everybody. Wouldn't the data on the weekly, on the daily, on the monthly RSIs, like if we just go look at, Bitcoin on the weekly RSI, this data that's saying it's approaching oversold on the weekly, isn't that more important than just a YouTuber saying, hey guys, we're in a bear market to you? Isn't that more important? Don't you get more value out of the data than just some dude out here saying, hey, we're in a bear market? If I announced in a tweet or a video that we're in a bear market, me, little old Danny, if I said that, what does that change? So anyway, I was on BitBoy Crypto's channel earlier and I said, and Ben, he agreed with me, I think. Or actually, yeah, he mentioned he doesn't think we're in a bull market, and I 100% agree with him. I don't think, he said we're not in the bear market. He thinks we're in a bull market, and I agree. I think we're still in the bull market. And 2 months of downtrend and a 50% dip, I guess, equals a bear market to certain people, but not to me. It is what it is. That's just kind of where my head's at. People would have sold earlier if you said we were in a bear market so they could buy more at the bottom. So again, everybody, what I say is not to be used as, financial advice. Don't be like, Dan said this or didn't say this. So, so basically, Dan didn't say we're in a bear market, so I'm not going to sell yet. I'm not going to sell. Come on, guys, please. I'm just here sharing some technical analysis data with you. I enjoy riding this with you. Keep up the positive attitude. Definitely one of the better YouTubers. Thanks, Eric. You're good, Danny. Watching you live from Istanbul. Keep up the good work. It's been a couple months, everybody. So hang in there. I don't know what else to tell you. Try and have a zoomed out perspective. And more importantly, try and enjoy life. Truly try and enjoy life. We're in a dip. It's obvious when you're on crypto Twitter or crypto YouTube. It's not fun. Like, trust me, I don't enjoy this. Since May, kidding me? We were having so much fun in the 60,000s. $2.50 Cardano. We were having so much fun. And, we talked about the possibilities of even continuing, right? Continuing up from those levels, maybe a retrace and a bounce to the upside. But don't forget, please don't forget this, the velocity in which Bitcoin just took off in October, November. Look at the velocity of this. Right now it's cooling down. And all I know is whales are accumulating. On-chain metrics show that. Retail is accumulating. On-chain metrics show that. If retail wasn't accumulating, especially, that data point is very interesting to me. Because if you look at the retail, if you look at the inflow of Bitcoin to these smaller wallets right now, right? And you compare it to what was happening right here, completely different. Back here, the inflow was just down. Retail was selling, right? But right here, if you're looking at the inflow, and I should have had the chart up, it's going up. Retail is accumulating right now. And so based on all of the data that I have, I'm just kind of, I want to see what happens. I'm just sitting back, chilling, seeing what happens, doing live streams in the middle of the night, hanging out with all of you guys. Be very careful out there. Don't spend more than you can afford to lose. Don't listen to YouTubers for financial advice. Truly, don't do that. Don't get off this live stream and say, Dan said this. take the data that I'm showing you, yeah, and make decisions, but seriously, make your own decisions. And, I just encourage you from my own experience, when we're entering these volatile, oversold environments, just be ready. Be ready for capitulation and a really nice opportunity to potentially accumulate. And just mentally prepare. So those are my thoughts. Time for me to go relax. A long, long day. I really appreciate all of you guys. I really do. Just, bear market, bull market, doesn't matter. I think we're all together in an opportunity market. The way you approach that, that needs to be up to you. I can't sit here and tell you how to approach that. Sometimes I got to sit back and just really think about what I want to do. How do I want to accumulate? Do I want to trade? What do I want to do? There's so many questions you have to figure out yourself. You have to evaluate your financial position, your risk tolerance, what you have going on in your personal life, and figure it out yourself. So this is the data. Be careful out there. And I hope you have a good night. I really do. I hope you have a great night tonight. I hope you rest easy and a great day tomorrow. So let's track it. Let's see. We'll give an update tomorrow in terms of what happens next. And I'll see you all in the next video. God bless.